If you have just showed up to the stream, let me tell you, it is perfect timing because I've got a very special guest back for you guys today. We got another returner from last season. I had a lot of fun chatting and hanging out last time. I'm very much looking forward to round 2 right now, right here. Before we get started and I talk about who this is and start giving hints on who the person is and what class they play, I have a bit of a PSA for everyone watching who is close with any of the endgame community. Any of them. Even if you only have one friend who's an endgamer. I still have a fairly large list of classes that I don't have a representative for. So if there is any class that has not been done yet, currently at the time of this video being recorded, you can also check the playlist and see all of the videos that have been uploaded. If there's anything that hasn't been done that either you main, endgame or close to endgame, or you have a friend, or you just know someone who fills maybe one or more of those spots that I need filled, please send them my way. Tell them to send me a DM on Discord. I'm very easy to find. I'm Strylander on everything, everywhere. They can come to the stream. They can come to send me a message on Discord. They can send me a message on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Send me a DM on Twitch, whatever works. I have a lot of classes that I just have not been able to find yet. So help a brother out. Okay. Anyway, now with that, let's get to it. We've got a special returning guest back today for round 2, season 2 class interviews. Now, today's guest is a very nice guy. Real cool dude. Last season, he actually wanted to give credit to a different player when we were done the interview. He wanted nothing to he wanted me to promote somebody else's channel on his behalf. That's how humble this player is. And usually the humble players are the ones that are like low-key secretly goated, right? This class has some of the most, how do I say this nicely? Illuminating visuals in the entire game. I actually didn't bring my sunglasses up, which I should. Wait. I didn't bring my sunglasses up, which I should have. But if you guys are watching this live, go ahead and whip those sunglasses out. You might need them. Without further ado, please put your hands together in welcoming. Seems to me as though somebody may have leaked what class was coming on today. Because there's a lot of people who happen to just be guessing right. There's a lot of you who just happen to be guessing right. Which is crazy because nobody plays this class. How would you ever think that this is just randomly the class that's showing up today? We gotta find the leak, guys. We gotta find the leak. It is none other than, depending on where you frequent your MapleStory communities in game, it is Hurricane. But in Twitch chat, it is Mystical. I think, right? I really hope that's right. Otherwise, this is going to be so awkward. Hello.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what up, dude? Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
How have things been? What's going on?
Nothing too crazy. I lost my student though. He doesn't play the game anymore, unfortunately. So.
Was that your fault or what happened? I actually know what happened.
Yeah, he kind of he was finding the arc, and then I think he got lost when he was finding the arc, and then now he's shooting people, I think, again.
Yeah, I actually saw it happen live, but I watched him log in to MapleStory during an SSF. And he was like, whatever, I'll just tap my gear. And he tapped his first Eternal piece and it boomed. And then he tapped his second Eternal piece and it boomed. The pieces that he's wearing with no backups. And then I think he tapped his third and it boomed. And then I think he went for his fourth as well, which also boomed. And then I think he boomed like 2 or 3 pitch afterwards.
Yeah, he boomed his sauce that he had his mom tapped for him. He boomed that one as well. Yeah, he kind of exploded everything.
Yeah, that's a bricked account. I don't think he's ever coming back.
Yeah, he said he would come back for Challenger World 3, and he didn't log on, so I think we fully lost him.
Oh, he's a little late.
Yeah, I mean, he can get a few weeks in of it, you know.
Yeah, fashionably late. So how's things going with Wind Archer?
So I actually had to rewatch the previous one because I didn't remember what happened since then.
Oh,
But
okay.
a decent amount changed since the last one.
Okay, good changes, I hope.
Yeah, I think it makes the class feel better, except for like one thing, which I'll probably talk a lot about during the interview.
Okay.
But overall, I think I mean, it's a bit more straightforward, I guess. I think before there were some things that weren't super consistent, like your tornadoes. The stacks were kind of weird, the timings, but they changed that around.
Okay. And since the last patch, or sorry, since the last interview, you guys lost your little like taunting scarecrow thing, right?
No. So what happened was, so at the time when I did the previous one, it was like super broken. You can make Kalos only use TP and dive, which was super OP, and that's the main interaction they removed, so that you can't do anymore. But in solo bosses, it sometimes works in party, but mainly solo bosses, you can still aggro things. Like I'll showcase it later.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think I showed it the last time. The whole thing with like the Saren deer, where they don't attack, you can still do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it works pretty well. It's a little bit worse. Like sometimes they'll de-aggro a bit more often, but it still works. It's still is pretty open solo bossing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean we can check that out later. That's a cool, fun little whatever. Since you've already been here, I won't ask about your history. How's the last last few boss releases been? Have you been like on top of getting early kills for a lot of the new boss releases?
I don't know if Baldrix was out then, but I mean I did Baldrix whenever I could.
Yeah.
The class wasn't too great at the time. We didn't have Legion champ stats at the time, so
okay.
Everyone's damage was kind of low.
Yeah.
I just did 295, so I was not even able to do Jupiter till last week.
Okay, but you've cleared.
Yeah, I cleared it out.
Nice.
Star, I still don't care about because it came out during Challenger World. I don't know why they did that. And Adversary is pretty fun. I just do X Adversary now.
Oh, you're clearing
enjoyable.
X Adversary? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think everything else is already out.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you and you're delibbed, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that? How was the clear? Was it close or was it pretty comfy?
So Wind Archer is not the best in calling, mainly because most of our damage is single target, including our origin. So it needed to be pretty high spec. I think that's the second one to clear.
Okay.
But it was okay. There's some parts of the fight that make it really easy. Like for example, that boss, the very last peril, because the way we play it is we play it kind of like doing tiger cheese, but we do bird cheese instead.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last peril we can cheese with the crystal, so you essentially you're just playing in the middle and not even getting hit by anything.
Interesting.
So it's like a bit different than other classes, which is kind of fun, a bit unique. But I mean, it was overall pretty fun. I enjoyed doing calling. I like calling. I know I'm in the minority for that. I think a lot of people hate calling.
One of the few, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing the boss. I didn't mind it.
Yeah. Gear's looking pretty good. What's your combat power at now?
690 no fams and fams like
Damn!
820.
Okay. We up there.
The Star Force change is treating me well.
Oh shit, yeah. That's nice. God damn. Okay, so before we get started, do you have any like cool little showcase that you want to maybe just show off for any potential future prospects, Wind Archer prospects?
I think I did last before, but you can just perma air assault, which is always kind of fun. You can just do this forever.
It is pretty sick. I forgot about that.
There's some like some of our skills just make the game so simple to play. Like any solo bossing with the crystal, and a lot of bosses makes it simple. And then we'll talk about this skill a lot. This skill actually got buffed since the last time I was on. It was already OP.
Okay.
So Gilbert, you can just ignore pretty much every mechanic in the bosses. I thought of like gauge stuff.
Oh.
So yeah, it's more or less the same as before. It's just things are a bit more streamlined. Things are on
Okay.
like a better cooldowns and stuff.
Okay. Okay, well let's get into it then. Let's start by talking about the damage. How's it performing compared to other classes right now?
Okay, one question I do have: Are we like counting the outliers when we talk about the damage? Like, are we counting the Kana and Hayatos of the world, or?
Yeah, so what we've generally done is like take the general normal like S to D tier list and call that the KMS tier list. And then everything else is like up above the S.
That's fair. Okay, it's pretty solidly B right now. I guess I can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
The two main things that kind of hold it back is we're on GMS, so your main attack doesn't get affected by attack speed, which is always kind of unfortunate.
Yep.
And the main change they made since the last one is the cooldown hats. So before, a -4 was best in slot, but it wasn't like insanely good compared to stat hat or like a -2. Whereas now, if you don't have a -4, you're kind of trolling or you're just early game.
Yeah.
Because the main change is they made it affect the tornado stacks, and because it's like a stack based system, and like normally you wait for like 2 or 3, for like your mini burst, and it affects on each stack. You essentially get like more benefit from cooldown because it's effectively a 20 seconds base cooldown, even if you're only using it every minute. So -5 from -4 is like a 2.5 FD gain, which it's just not realistic really to get on reboot.
Yeah.
And then -6 is more of a gain, -7 is more of a gain, so it gets pretty up there. But -4 is like the first break point where it actually starts getting like really good.
Okay.
Whereas before this, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
But -4 itself is probably like 4 or 5 FD or something like that.
Damn. All right.
But yeah, overall the damage is like probably B, like in the middle. It's not amazing. You can do all the content and stuff like that, but it's not. You're not gonna be way stronger than everyone else.
Yeah. Okay. How's your damage split at this point? Like, how much of your damage is burst versus DPM?
If you count like the full like 30-second burst, like with vicious shot, it's like about like 55 to 60% is in burst, and then whatever leftovers is off burst.
Okay.
And then in those portions, it's very much in your burst and in your mini burst. In between those, you don't do very much damage.
Okay.
But both of the bursts and the mini bursts are kind of long. That makes sense. So you'll feel like you'll feel kind of more like a DPM class, but if you look at like after the mini burst and before the next burst, it's like very low damage.
Yeah.
But while the mini burst is going on, or while the burst is going on, it's pretty like consistent.
And you said it's like 30 seconds, the burst?
Yeah, this is where cooldown hat starts getting into some. If you have like lower cooldown hat, then like the full 30 seconds is pretty much like important. But the higher cooldown you have, the like less time in that time is more important. So at -4, it's after like the 25-second point, it kind of falls off a cliff. Where it's just like it's just really your hurricane for 5 seconds, which is not doing a whole lot of damage because most of your damage comes from your like summons and your cooldowns.
Yeah.
But those all will have done all their damage by around 25 seconds in with -4. But if you have a lower cooldown hat, then it'll get pushed back a little bit. So it kind of depends a little bit. For the most part, you use the whole vicious shot for your burst.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's like, sorry. So in this like let's call it 60%. In this 60% burst, 40% DPM split. Is that like that the 60% is considering the, let's call it 30 seconds of your burst, and that's it?
Yeah. 60% is in the first 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then the next minute and 20 seconds or whatever is the other 40.
Okay. And that's pretty comfy to get off, like in 30 seconds, assuming that you have like would you take a 2-second cooldown hat, like 2-second in stat?
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't really recommend 3-line hat. I would at least get -2 in stat, and then you get -4 later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty easy to get off. If you want, I can do a burst rotation.
Yeah, let's see it.
It's kind of weird where it almost like kind of goes down a little bit in the middle. So the first 10 seconds is actually like pretty high, then it goes down a decent bit, and then it goes up a little bit, and then it falls off.
Okay.
Let me put on both. I'll just do like I could do like an origin burst that into a normal burst. So I guess let's talk about it a little bit. You have like 3 toggles, including Hecate.
Okay.
This is like 1 arrows, this guided arrow, every archer has this, and every class has this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Then when you burst, you origin first, you don't pop anything beforehand. Then you just press your sequence, which is pretty much just all your buffs. Use big nados, throw out all your summons, then you hold one button.
Okay.
So while you have these big nados hitting, this is like the majority of your damage. And then once these expire 10 seconds in, you'll like fall off a little bit.
Okay.
And then here, you'll see I'll just now get a small tornado. Now it kind of goes up a bit more.
Uh-huh.
But the next thing we're looking for is this one, which essentially is Ren's ball. And that's when it kind of goes up a little bit more, and then it falls off.
Okay.
So it goes up then, and then at this point now it's just holding Hurricane, kind of does nothing.
And then you're just holding Hurricane until 1 minute?
Pretty much. You also have this skill, Merciless Winds. They changed it where you can use it while holding Hurricane, so it goes
that's
off as
actually
well as
sick.
press a key. That was one recent change we got, was being able to use them at the same time.
That's nice.
Because before you have to let go every time, and it's a low cooldown skill, so you'd be like perma letting go.
Yeah.
Then you do your mini. Then this is also where cooldown hat gets different, where depending on your cooldown hat, you do different tornadoes here. On -4, you can do a double tornado, but it's a little bit after your sequence.
Okay.
Then at this point, it's pretty much like, it's just this for like 30 seconds, more or less, until burst comes up.
Okay.
So this is the point where it's like, the damage definitely like falls off at this point.
Yeah.
You get 1 cast there, every ball here, but after this, it's just waiting for burst, more or less.
So the first 90 seconds every 2 minutes is it's up and down, but it's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's like where our damage kind of falls off is just this last 30 seconds after your mini, but that first like minute and a half or so is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's pretty solid.
Then your burst coming up, that's more or less the same.
Yeah. So this is with your skill opacity like way down too. It's crazy.
Yeah, I put it a little bit higher than normal just because I was like, oh, I'm showing off the skills, but it's pretty bad. I mean, I normally play like quite low. You
kind of have
we'll
to.
talk about it a little bit later in terms of like the mastery, I guess, of the class, but you do need to be able to see your summons to some degree because they gave us a functionality, and it was actually finishing the rest of the rotation, but they gave us a functionality to like move our tornadoes, so you can press basic attack and use it again. You can resummon it to you.
Okay.
So if you're in like a boss and like it dashes away, you want to be able to see it to know that it's not hitting anymore, and then you can resummon it.
True.
And you can do the same thing with chickens, where if you hold down and press the key again, it'll summon it to you. You move it like that.
Okay. All right, so a couple little tricks to just like keep this summon uptime damage on the boss.
Yeah. Then one thing, because I always notice a lot of wind archers don't do it. It's just like, I mean, it is what it is. But the chickens on most Signet sites, it's like, it's one of those, you throw it out, it does a little bit of damage, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, because it procs our arrows, like I'll just do a BA to show it. Like it actually does a lot of damage. So it's like pretty important to make sure the skill is hitting.
Yeah.
Like just to show it, like the chickens itself is only doing like a third of the damage. It's all the arrows is proccing, is doing a ton of extra damage. So it's like pretty important to have this skill going on, which is why that next mastery is actually like really good for us because it condenses it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's like one thing that I always notice. People will like not be super aware of their chickens, but this is like a pretty noticeable amount of damage.
And there's a new change recently where you can make the chickens stand in place, right?
Yeah, so I have it right clicked where you can either have it move when it hits or if it stays still. I'm kind of indifferent. Sometimes I'll change it around depending on boss, but it's more or less just personal preference. But I think it's nicer to just have it not moving at all, because if you have it untoggled, it'll start moving around a little bit.
That's actually so funny that they're procking your arrows.
Yeah, you see, it's not a little amount of arrows. It's a lot of arrows.
It's a lot of stuff shooting out. That's crazy. And that stacks with your hurricane. Like you're holding down your hurricane skill and it shoots out more arrows because the chickens are also procking.
Yeah, and then you have tornadoes hitting. Like I'll just do a BA and you'll just like see how many like procs you get. Like this is arrows I proc, and this is arrows I proc, and then then burst. But like you get a pretty high number of arrows. Like just in that 10 seconds, it's probably proc like a total of like 200 or 600 arrows, something like that.
God damn.
Yeah, a lot of projectiles. That's one of the reasons I like seeing all the projectiles here everywhere.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. They're just flying out of like every angle of your character.
Yeah, exactly. Because they all come out like slightly different angles. Where like one's like straight behind us, which like you can kind of see.
Yeah.
And then these ones kind of arc, and then one of your burst skills is kind of like they arc a little bit more. They like almost kind of like go back. And then go around like that. I can talk a little bit too, but yeah, it's a ton of arrows. It's always fun to watch them kind of fly around.
That is insane. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, anything else that you want to cover regarding the damage of the class right now?
Not really. I guess one other like quality life change they made was to kill Superior. Where's it? Here. So the way the skill is, it just gives like a shield that's really OP. That like just makes you tank everything more or less.
Yep.
They previously had it where the shield had to be active and still alive to do the damage portion, which is like, let's see if I can have it rock. It's like this little like wind sickles that come out and they do like a few lines. They change it to where it's passive, so you don't need the shield on anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because before you wanted to make sure it didn't break, so you kept on having the damage from it, but now it's just a passive thing.
Yeah. So now now it's just a skill you just press defensively. Everything else, like offensively, just happens. Okay.
You'll still like put it under sequence because it's just like the uptime is so high that it's better just always kind of have it there rather than like save it for specific things that you don't have it for a burst or something like that.
Yeah. What's the cooldown? What's the cooldown on that skill?
So 60-second with CD hat. So it's like with Merc, it's like 52.
Yeah.
And then in 6 job, it gets increased to 40-second duration. So it's like a 10-second downtime every minute where you even can take damage more or less.
Yeah. Damn. Crazy class. Holy shit.
Yeah. And the last like quality life thing is we actually have a real iframe now. It's a 2-minute cooldown, unfortunately, but they made like our actually FMA mobbing seal. They made this an iframe as well. So you have a real iframe now.
Nice. Hey, we'll take that.
Yeah.
That's iframes again. We take it. Okay. Do you want to talk about the mobility a little bit?
Yeah, let me go to a bigger map.
Sure.
It's pretty simple. So you have wind walk, which is just your dash that you can use in the air. They have flash jump, but you can use them together to kind of glide around the map a bit better.
Yeah.
So your like horizontal mobility is like pretty good because you can kind of use them together and it's like pretty quick.
Yeah.
Vertical, you just have your up jump, but you can stay in the air and move while you're already in the air, which is not bad. So overall, it's very simplistic, but you can normally dodge like every attack. There's not really times I'm like, I needed more dashes or something, but you can kind of make do with it.
It's like
you can like up jump off the ground too.
It's like the same dash that most classes have, except you can use it in the air, like infinitely.
Yeah. You can chain it with flash jump, and you can use it in the air. Is like the main difference.
Yeah, and that makes it way better.
Yeah.
I'm not getting caught by attacks in the air. No way.
One small thing is normally people find it more responsive. You put on just a normal macro, so you can just
That makes sense.
do that. Because I know some people would like they'll complain about the end lag is like kind of long, but if you put on macro icon, it's better.
Yeah. Now you said, I think last time you said something about, it looks like you're doing it now, where you keybind your flash jump itself.
No, unfortunately, you can't. On Cygnus Knights, you can't keep on it. I think only Nightwalker can actually, maybe Mihal, but
Okay.
you just don't like I just double tap spacebar, for example, at the end of my Windwalk and it just goes off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe not then.
It's like a little bit of a timing, but you can, for the most part, like button mash and you'll be okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you look like you're just doing it perfectly every time.
It is a little bit easier also if you have green putt on, but yeah, I found it's a little easier doing that. So.
And many hours of practice.
Yeah, I've been playing the class for like 6 years now, so.
God damn. Yeah, that'll do it. That's probably what I'm seeing right there. Okay, do you have anything else that you want to mention regarding mobility?
Not really. It literally is just those two skills. We haven't gotten like any dash or anything like that. Like I know a lot of other classes have gotten a dash recently, but because we already had one, they were like, we don't really need one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it.
Do you feel like
it's literally all I need to?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you feel like everything that like you have everything that you need for most of the bosses you're clearing?
The only like, I mean, I don't need it for any bosses really. Like you can make do with it, but the only like nice part would be like if you could shorten the dash. Like if you want to dash like right here.
Yeah, if you could
like,
cancel it partway through.
Like like hold the other arrow key and like only short dash or something.
Yeah,
that could be nice. But you can like if you need to, you can kind of like go like this to make some distance. Like kind of go back like that.
Can you flash jump while you're hurricaning? You can't, right?
No.
The only class that can do that, I think, is Ren.
Yeah, that's like some 2027 QOL. They're like waiting for that one, maybe. And then...
All the hurricane classes are waiting for that.
I already know they're doing that, by the way. Like for sure, it's like, oh guys, new QOL, you can flash jump with hurricane.
I feel like they have to at this point. Like it just.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. I feel.
Yeah, it's only fair, you know. Like if Ren gets it, like. You gotta bring enough to supply the rest of the class.
Yeah, we already have like the same skill as Ren. We already have the same ball. Like, key just give us a flash jump too.
Okay, so what kind of rating do you think you deserve for mobility here?
Probably A. Like it's a step below like, you know, classes that can move crazy like Hayato or like really good cadenas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty solid. You can't really complain.
Yeah.
About the mobility. Like the only small thing would be like a short dash would be kind of nice, but
yeah.
I mean, you can. We'll get to the survivability part, but a lot of times you don't even need to move anyways. So it's like, and you do have the benefit of you can move while attacking. Like
for like very small adjustments, you don't have to worry about getting stuck in an animation because you're just
and like moving. Any duck mechanics, you can literally hold duck and then tap the skill and it stands up for you, and then when you let go,
see you in a month.
So
have fun.
That's like honestly, it's an underrated thing about hurricane classes is like you can like your damage uptime will like they should be always like a bit higher because you can always hit while moving and walk on the other side of the boss and things like that.
Yeah, I think it's sick. Be it like that dash in the air. For some reason, I thought it had like a certain number of charges, but you're literally just spamming it.
Oh no,
infinitely.
You literally go forever.
Yeah, I remember seeing a wind archer in one of my like when I first started the game. I think I said this last time. I remember seeing a wind archer in one of my like Monster Park Extremes, and the dude just like I was like struggling to go from like platform to platform to try to get to the boss spawn, and this dude just skated across like on air, and I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? You just skipped the whole thing. You didn't even care. It's pretty sick. I'm a big fan.
I guess one like really small QL, I guess you could say it's mobility, is they let us use Hurricane like already in the air. So if you're in the air, you can start it, whereas before you couldn't.
Oh, you had to be on the ground to start it before?
Yeah, like you could jump with it, but you had to be on the ground. But now it's kind of nice because like there's sometimes you'll like be in the air for a while, but now you can Hurricane as you're falling down.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
It's really nice for calling because we have to play in the perils. So sometimes it's like, oh, I need to up jump the push or up jump the grab, and it's like, oh, now I can do nothing, but now you can actually hit in there.
Yeah, you can hit a little bit of extra time. Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. Okay, we move on. You mentioned survivability. Let's talk about it. What you got for me?
Yeah, like this skill is so overpowered. I could go like at the Saren or something or X-Lot. Where like you can just tank so many things, and it like it just makes every boss like progging and stuff like that just so simple because you can just tank things
Okay.
for so long. Because I'll explain a little bit how it works after, but it's essentially just 3 health bars every minute that lasts almost the whole time. And you'll have it for every burst and mini, so you'll just keep tanking things. Like you just eat everything. Like I still have half the shield left. Like I've still been tanking everything. So it's still up. Like I'm like it's so strong, honestly. Like right now it's gonna expire. But like
Yeah, that was a lot.
yeah, like I literally tanked everything, and then you still have the puppet, where if it hit, it's gonna hit in the corner. That went over.
She still
They made, like, a
bananaed
little
you,
bit less-
but
Yeah, they made like a little bit less consistent, but normally if you're like still hitting, then yeah, she'll start hitting that.
interesting. So does it work like? Does it actually work like kind of like a tank? How it like would taunt a boss in other
Yeah.
MMOs?
Yeah, that's literally what it does. Is it taunts it while it's near it. So if it ever dashes away, you need to like dash back, or else it's just too
Okay.
far away.
Yeah.
And then you have to still be attacking, and it needs to be able to use like attacks, which is like the main way they changed it. Where in Kalos, where it was only ever like using movement skills, it was never attacking it.
Yeah.
So they changed it to made it where it has to use some sort of attacks in order to hit it.
Yeah.
Like now it's just hitting that corner. On top of you have Guild Barrier to tank everything, so it's like it's so easy to like live in like any boss.
Yeah. This seems like a very chill class to be playing.
And then on top of that, like I said, we have our iframe. It is 2 minute, but yeah, worst comes to worst, you can press iframe now too.
And it's just you said it's like a FMA for farming, but for bossing you literally just use it for like you don't use it for burst or anything, right? It's just the iframe.
Yeah. And honestly, for farming, because they increased the cooldown for 30 seconds to 2 minutes now, so it's like even for farming, it's whatever. It's really just your iframe now.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Gilbert also gives you Dark Sight. That's why these just don't give me anything. For whatever reason, it gives Dark Sight. I don't know why, but I'll take it.
So you're just tanking projectiles.
Yeah, and like I can go to like BM as well. Like you won't get curses when you tank stuff.
Bro, what?
The only like caveat is you need to make sure you still have shield left after it hits.
Yeah.
So if you have like 1 HP on the shield and then you get hit, you'll get the curse. But if it's if it's like something normal that you also have the shield, then yeah, you can just tank it.
No, this class is crazy.
Interesting. You can sometimes have them starting to hit the crystal as well.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll dive toward it instead of me.
Wow.
It also makes like playing P4 is like so easy. You can just perm Black Curse and you'll never lose health.
Damn. Is this like is this taunt thing?
There you go.
I think
you
you said okay. All right. I'm just walked into 4 balls and don't get a single curse.
I still have it up, by the way. It just expired because of time. Like it didn't even die out. It ran out of time.
We're just playing a different game here.
Yeah, that's why the survivability of this class is just so insane.
Yeah. What kind of a rating you want to give it?
I'll just give it S or whatever is the highest.
Sure.
Like I genuinely think it's the best survivability game. I think it's better than Mihile because it's all passive. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And in solo bossing, it's not even facing you. And then you also have still with the micro movements of like Hurricane class and stuff, and like being able to duck out of anything.
The little crystal, right? Your little taunting scarecrow. That mostly only works solo.
It works in party, but it's much more consistent in solo.
Okay.
Is the way I kind of describe it. Where like I don't do party Siren anymore, but like when I did, like I would put it in the corner, it would hit it for like 2 or 3 attacks, and then it hit other people, and then it'd go back and hit it. You know, maybe a minute later.
Got it. So it's kind of like trading aggro with the rest of the party in
more
in a
or
party
less.
boss. Yeah. which is still, I
Yeah.
mean, that's still great for a lot of bosses.
It's still value. Like it's still value.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. No, this class, you're actually playing a different game, bro. This is insane. This is insane. I might have to lock one of these in. Okay, what do you think about the overall difficulty of Wind Archer these days? I assume all these quality of life changes, it's gotten easier than it was.
Yeah, the only thing that's gotten harder is managing the tornadoes, which I was going to speak a little about. I'll go to I guess. So on -4, you can get 7 tornadoes per rotation. On -2 or lower, you only get 6.
Okay.
So it's like something you have to be a little bit cognizant of is making sure you're using the right tornado. And the way you do it is just press either up or down with the key. So if you press up, it does 3 of them. If you press down, it does 2. Just press the skill, it does 1.
Okay.
Depending on your cooldown hat, you'll do a different rotation. So you always do 3 at the start of your burst, 1 as soon as it comes up during that burst. And then if you're lower cooldown hat, you'll do 2. If you're -4, you'll do 3. If you're -5 or 6, you'll do 3. And then when the next one comes up, you do 1. And if you're -7, I don't even know what you do, honestly. Yeah, I think you do like 3, 1, 1, 3, 1 or something like that. Where it's like 2, you use like 3, 1 in the burst, 1 at the end of the burst, 3 on the mini burst, 1 on the end of mini burst or something like that.
Okay.
Something I don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
But that's just like, it's like a small thing of like knowing kind of what rotation to do. And then it's managing the summons to where they're actually hitting the whole boss, because most of your damage is coming from these summons. It's not coming from your main attack.
Uh-huh.
So you need to make sure that if the boss moves, you're trying to replace the summons so they're hitting again.
And everything's replaceable.
Yeah. Everything. Yeah, everything. The only thing that's not is if you already send this, and it moves, oh well.
Oh, okay.
But your tornadoes, yeah, you press basic attack key, but then the skill again, and it summons it to you. Chickens, you just press down, and it summons it. Or down and then chicken, it'll summon it to you. This is a 6-job skill. It's a little summon after you're not gonna attack. This one just follows you, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
The skill Merciless Winds. This is the one you use during a hurricane. Use this home onto the target, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Gilweir attacks will hone onto the target. Missile String, which is your origin. The arrows that spawn from it, those all just go to the target. So it's pretty much just tornado and your chickens.
Tornado and chickens, got it. That's not too bad.
The only thing that can be a little annoying is like, let's say you have like tornadoes and chickens up, and the boss moves. You have to do multiple different keybinds depending on the skill. So if it moves and you have tornadoes out, you can use like basic attack tornado. But then for your chickens, it's hold down and then press chickens. So you have to like make sure you don't mess up which one you're trying to do first. So you don't accidentally do like down and then tornado, because then you'll do like a big tornado and then it'll mess up your rotation.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you like, that's like really all the mastery honestly is that, then just like general uptime of just not dodging more than you need to in bosses. That's like only really the difficulty. But at the baseline, the class is pretty simple. It kind of plays itself more or less.
I'm sure you don't, because you've been playing the class for so long and you've done most of these bosses for so long, but was there ever a time where you I'm just thinking like the keybind of pressing up and then tornado, I am constantly crashing out over the fact that there are just these random portals in boss fights that like you press up on and they just randomly teleport you somewhere else, and they're like basically unmarked. So I land on one accidentally when I'm trying to burst, and then I press up to like summon my 3 tornadoes, and I just teleport away from the boss, and my tornadoes are on the other side of the map.
Oh, it was much worse when you left your roar, it expired, because I would try to burst right now, and then I take the portal, I lose my roar, and then this happened. It happened a lot in X slot, because you have the portal on the top left there.
Yeah.
Where like you're playing most of the time. I would take the portal, I'm like, oh, there goes my run. Because that's back when like X slot was like kind of hard. I'm just like, oh, my run's bricked, cool. I just lost my roar. Yeah, that used to be an issue where like, at least when the roar, still would do it. Nowadays, I feel like most bosses don't have like the portals like that, so it's not as bad. But yeah, I mean, it's always like you gotta be a little conscious of it, of like like really, it's like when I play Bird would be like the only time it really comes across now, or like maybe an X-Lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said it's happened to everyone. It's like a bit of a rite of passage. It's like, oh, yeah, I accidentally took the portal when I was bursting. I have to press up and then use the skill.
And you can resummon the tornadoes. So if you do happen to summon them on the opposite side of the map, you can just portal back and like recall them.
Yeah. Now it's not too bad with the roar. You can resummon the NATOs. Because before you couldn't resummon them, so then you would really.
Oh my
screw,
god, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I already hate the
one
portals and
that
bosses.
always annoyed me was before chickens, when they would still move and so they would fall off the platform. And I'm just like, oh, there goes like, like 7 MD. I can't, like, it just fell off. I can't do anything about it. Or tornadoes fall off and you just like, oh, there they go.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. But now they made it where you can resummon them to yourself, which is really nice.
So is that so like in like X-Lot, for example, if you're fighting top left, you send the tornadoes. I assume they bounce off the wall if you send them left.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So eventually they're gonna fall off the platform. You just resummon them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then with them, talk about a little bit the mobbing. They have like 2 modes where if you right click it, so let me show it. Tell me. Normally they will slow down when they're hitting any target.
Mm-hmm.
But if you right click it, they'll make it so they won't slow down. So essentially you just right click it.
Okay.
For mobbing, so that it'll go and hit more mobs. But like you'll notice it gets pretty slow.
Yeah.
If I right click it, there's that. It speeds up.
Yeah.
And anytime it like stops hitting something, it's gonna look for it'll look for the highest max HP mob near it, which is kind of annoying in calling because it means it's always going to calling.
Yeah.
Which is why we can't really play in the middle because tornadoes just won't go to the barrel we want to hit.
Yeah.
But hey, that doesn't matter soon. They're changing calling. So.
Do you ever forget to toggle it back when you go into a boss?
Yeah, no, I mean, thankfully, because it's like, most of the time during the burst, I'm just holding one button. I'm like opening my skill menu. I'm like, yep, let me re-toggle it or untoggle it. Yeah, that one happens a good amount.
Yeah. It's all good. Easy fix. Okay, so if you had to rank the difficulty then compared to the rest of the classes in the game, what do you think? D being low, S being high.
It'd probably be like a C, and if you want to play like min-max everything, play perfectly, it'd be like a B. Like it's more or less a C. Like it's not a hard class. It more or less you just press the cooldowns when they're up.
Yeah.
And hold one button, press merciless ones off cooldown, and you're more or less good.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. See, I mean, a lot of like insane quality of life that are making it. It may have already been easy, but I guess just like not necessarily easier, but like smoother in its simplicity.
Yeah. The one like kind of nice thing they could do is that 2 of these, 60-second skills, they're not sequenceable. And the new skill we're getting is another 60-second mini burst and burst skill that is not sequenceable. So it's like you press your mini, then you press like several 60-second skills, which can be a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
It's like they feel like they should be sequenceable, but they're not.
It's old school.
Yeah, honestly. But that's like, even then, it's like, okay, you press a few more buttons. Like we don't have there's not like a ton of buttons on the class, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe they fix that eventually. They let you sequence some more of that stuff.
Yeah, that's like 2028 QL. Like if 2027 is like jumping with flash jumping the hurricane, like 2028 is that.
Okay, that's what we're looking forward to. One big change per year.
Space it out. Make the player base happy.
Okay, so you have your crystal. What? And you've already mentioned how it is like a helpful thing to bring along for bosses, party, solo, whatever. Do you have anything else that you sort of bring to the table in a party situation?
So it is pretty small, and so not every boss the crystal does anything. Like for example, think like adversary P2, like the crystal isn't doing anything, right?
Okay,
he doesn't aggro or anything. It does give 11 IED.
Amazing. So good.
Something there. Honestly, I don't press it for the IED. Like it is a really long cast time too, so like I don't even press it outside of like for aggro.
Okay.
But then we do have real sharp eyes, so there's 8 crit damage after the first 15 minutes. So
Okay.
it's like 2.5 FD after that point. So I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But it's not like real support or anything like that.
Somebody asked earlier if you use the crystal when you are in a Baldrick's solo room, does it like function essentially like you're in a solo boss?
It doesn't affect Baldrick's at all.
Oh, okay.
Like it just doesn't do anything regardless.
It just gives
a lot of the newer
11
bosses
or 11 ID.
Yeah, legit. Like a lot of the newer bosses don't really get affected by dummy skills.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it seems like they're just kind of leaning towards that. Like a lot of the classes that have these like funny, like all the crit bind from Zero and stuff. Like a lot of the new bosses are just unaffected by it. And
yeah, it's a little boring in my opinion because it's like a kind of a unique thing the classes have.
For sure.
Now it's like kind of always homogenizes everything, or like everyone feels like they play the same.
Yeah. Okay, so if D is nothing and C is greater than nothing, we give this a C?
It sounds great to me.
All right. Okay. Second last section here? No, third last section here. How about the frag efficiency on this class? What kind of damage gain do you get for not maxing stuff, assuming you're not going to main this? I've been using the example for a lot of the classes, like if we are talking in terms of like the amount of frags that they gave out on Challenge World.
Yeah, okay. So most of your damage comes from the masteries and then Howling Gale.
Okay.
So, and then we'll talk about Gilbert a bit later. Most of these are like, I think, Song of Heaven's like the most efficient at level. Then it's this one, then this one, then this one.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all pretty similar gain. The one that is kind of nice is your M4 because it comes with Anemoy, this skill. Like level 1, it gives a pretty solid amount of FD just because you're getting a whole new skill with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they get the source from this, but I have seen a like KMS frag efficiency like chart thing, and Wind Archer was like on the higher end.
Interesting.
Whatever that is valued.
Okay.
But one kind of benefit of like some skills, like for example, Vortex Sphere. So the skill itself will do damage obviously, but it's proccing the arrows. So if you have the arrows more leveled up, it's still getting value for this skill, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Because it's just proccing the arrows that are already leveled. So you can kind of get like more benefit than maybe other classes because you have like Howling Gale proccing arrows and Vortex Sphere proccing arrows, where the levels on these masteries will still affect these skills as well, kind of indirectly.
Okay.
So I mean, it's probably average to slightly above average. Try to say, because I mean, I think having a new skill at level 1 can be nice.
Yeah.
But then it's, I'm thinking compared to like my Challenge World character, I'll probably leave with like on average like level 19 masteries and like maybe 10 in like a skill or something like that. So you'll get a decent amount of FD gain from it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think like better than the average?
Yeah, I would say like slightly above the average.
Yeah. Let's go with the A on that one.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And then the Hecate bind is pretty nice for when we get the Hexa chickens, where it's like more condensed, because they can fit entirely in the Hecate bind, so you can't miss the damage or anything like that. So in terms of like just getting like the level 1 of this and then level 1 of the next one, it's like a pretty nice gain.
Oh, the new chickens are just like a quick little burst?
So how it works right now, it's a bit weird of a skill. So there's 2 conditions for them going away. It's either it lasts 15 seconds where they just go away, or it does 140 hits and then they go away no matter what. So if you look here at the icon, you'll see it tick down, and at like it's around 3 seconds left. You'll see it just expire completely because they'll do all the hits. So that's how it like works right now. So right now it should expire.
Yeah.
See, it just goes away. They're changing it where I think that max duration is 5 seconds, but I think you can get all the hits in like a little over 3. So it'll fit completely within the Hecate bind. So you'll always get all the damage off. Because right now, it'll fit like a third in the Hecate bind, then the boss could move or things like that. But after that, you'll always get all of it off.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Okay, you talked about it, I mean, very briefly before, but you want to show off what it's like farming with like low levels of Janus?
Yeah. So for the most part, I would suggest using the shower. I don't remember what it's called. Dusk. Yeah, dusk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for the most part, how we farm. I have a few maps I've randomly checked out beforehand. Um, how we farm is you kind of put fountain on one half, covering kind of areas that are a bit harder to get. So it'd be like up here, for example.
Uh-huh.
And you stay on the other side, and you just kind of cycle skills. And then around will kill the Janus. So you can cycle like a small tornado. We'll put on the toggle as well. And this will normally clear enough map or enough mobs around you. And then versus wins, this is like your kind of homing skill.
Uh-huh.
On -4, you get this every wave. If you don't have -4, you'll get it every other wave.
Okay.
But you can essentially just cycle skills. You can go between your ball. For this, pulls in mobs every few seconds. So any like stragglers will normally get pulled in. I figure out that now, but they'll get pulled in. They'll last a while, and then just around you, it's a bit hard to show them one-shotting.
Yeah.
The arrows will proc, and it will kind of kill anything around you.
Yeah.
And because the skills like they hit a bunch of times, if you're not doing a lot of damage, it's actually not a big deal because then they're proccing more arrows if you're taking more shots, so it ends up being not as bad.
Okay.
And for example, if you ever go to the other side, you can just resummon it, and it'll go to the correct side. So essentially, you just kind of stay in an area where dusk will get good value, and your arrows that proc will get value, and then you just send summons off, and then just make sure you have.
Yeah.
Well, grab that frag. Yeah, you just have whatever area kind of covered by fountain.
So you have dusk, but then you also have like your second dusk, your arrows that are just going around and killing a bunch of random
you have
stuff.
arrows like Gilberry would do some damage as well, proc, because I think it was like 3 separate procs.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we used to have our chicken farming where you just press chickens and you just be good, but they announced a 60-second skill, so it doesn't have full uptime anymore. It was very nice doing that. Like I would just go in, tab in, press chickens, tab out for 30 seconds, come back, press chickens. It was really nice. Like I'll just go through like a few maps I checked out. I picked some of the bigger maps as well because like I think everyone knows like yeah the small little square maps like everyone can clear it kind of thing.
Yeah. You have no form of like AFK farming. Someone was mentioning AFK with guided arrow or something. That's not a real thing.
No,
I feel like they've just nerfed like every possible AFK.
You used to be able to hold Hurricane forever, but they made it. I think it's like after a minute.
Yeah.
In training maps, it'll stop hitting. For a map like this, you just kind of like stay on this side, just send stuff to the left.
Yeah.
Up top right will get covered by this, and then you're good.
Okay. What's your can you open your stat sheet, and I want to see what your final damage percent is. 100 and let's say 167.
I think it's like pretty decent, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. So that's like a lot of extra damage for your Janus. You don't have to be like too crazy geared.
Oh, yeah, like my drop gear is like complete garbage. Like I got like condensed power crystal event rings, and I've never had an issue like one-shotting or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's always been pretty easy, killing. Like mobbing has never been one of our bad spots because even before what's it called? Even before Janus, like we could stand still farm like any map in the game. Yeah. It's just cycling the skills, and you kind of just get into like a little bit of a rhythm for it, where you kind of just like, you kind of like, oh, I haven't used a nade in a while, I'll use one. Oh, I haven't used Vortex here, I'll use that, and you just kind of go from there.
Yeah.
So you just kind of just let your arrows do the work, let Janus pick up the rest of them, and just keep summoning and sending summons, and you're good.
Okay, so what rating you want to slap on this?
Probably like you are taking into account like I guess like real HS dice and stuff like that too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we've taken that into account in the past.
I think it's probably like B plus. Like they don't have any EXP things, and there's lazier classes now. Like I know some of the classes can literally just. I think Adele just at least I don't know if they changed it, but before they could just summon swords and they'd be good.
Yeah.
So you can't do that anymore. Like before you could do the chickens, but they nerfed that now.
Yeah, you
But it's
actually have
still
to press
solid.
buttons every wave.
I know it's a big pain. It's a big pain. Thankfully, you actually only have to do it like every other wave because the natives last 10 seconds. So if you use it like at the start of this one, the next one will spawn while the native's still out and it'll kill everything again. Same with Vortex
Oh.
Spear. It lasts like 2 to 3 waves. So it's like you have to tab in every like 10 seconds, like 12 seconds, whatever. But I mean, it's like solid farming. It's not like insane. There's no EXP multiplier
Yeah.
kind of buffs, but
Yeah,
it's nothing to complain about.
yeah. And the damage requirement to one shot is like nothing crazy.
Yeah,
You're pretty much
and
always
like
chilling.
I said, yeah, like I said, like even if you're not like super funded, it's okay because it'll proc more arrows, which kind of will make up for the loss of damage.
Right. Yeah, I mean, seems pretty solid to me. Okay, let me put this in here. Boom. All right. Our last section, definitely not least. I'm gonna get you to throw on your sunglasses, crank up those effects, and yeah, just go through all the skills. Let's see them.
Okay.
I'm squinting already.
All right, let's turn them up. Oh my gosh. Do you want to spawn multiple monsters too?
Oh God. Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This gonna be terrible.
Are you? Because your arrows are just gonna shoot at like all of them.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go everywhere. Almost all of our skills are AoE too, like our hurricanes AoE and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. God, oh, Janice going on too. Oh my. All right, I'll do an origin verse. Let's see it.
Okay. Yo, you know what's really interesting that I've never noticed with other classes is that you actually have some skills that are behind the damage numbers and then the other ones that are in front.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of funny. So your big tornadoes, if you look, I might not have something. If you look at the percentages where it says 3, you'll see one says 17, 15%, and the other one says 9, 45%. So they're not actually the same damage. One of them is weaker.
Okay.
But the one that shows up on top of the other one is the weaker one. So like you see like a bunch of 50s.
Yeah.
If you look at the BA, you'll see like 100s and stuff like that.
Oh.
Because the stronger one's behind it, but you just can't see it because the other one is hitting the same time.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm hitting like no lines. I look like I'm hitting like 200 bills. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it can be pretty crazy. The new skill we're getting is essentially like a huge. It's essentially like this skill almost of like area as just like a 3-second summon, and then it procs, and it also procs arrows.
Oh.
So it's like just more visual craziness going on.
Yeah.
But I like it personally. It's like kind of fun.
It's so green. It is, yeah. It is so green, and all the projectiles are crazy.
Yeah, the one wish I had for the animations was I wish there was more like grays than just bright green. Because I think like some skills mention like storms. Like we have like Stormbringer, their elemental, storm elemental. So it's like maybe a bit more storm aesthetic would be cool instead of just straight green. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Recently, they've also just been adding like random goddesses into like all of our skills. Like our new skill is like a big tornado with a goddess in the middle, and then we have this goddess. So that our origin has like a fairy. So we just have like random summons now all the time. But
yeah, that's weird. Do you know the lore about Wind Archer? Like, does that line up with the lore or?
I got no idea.
Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna go with that's part of their lore. That's the only thing that makes sense. Why else are there random fairies for a Wind Archer, you know?
Like, they've always kind of put, like, fairy / like, sylph stuff, like, or this is, like, our intended mobbing skill, it's this cape slap. It's called Fairy Spiral, so, like, and then, like, Sylvan Aid. So there's, like, some skills that are, like, sylph / fairy kind of inspired, but it's always kind of random, like, I always feel, so.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, give me a rating. What do you think?
I'll go whatever the highest is. SSS, S plus. I don't know what it is.
Oh
But
damn! Oh
let's go rise. I like it.
damn!
Like yeah, I can't complain. Like when I press burst and I see a bunch of arrows going everywhere, it's just super satisfying.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one of the first like interactions I had with MapleStory was a friend of mine was like, I think he went to go do Gollux and he was like super undergeared, so he actually had to fight it a little bit. And he was like, "Yeah, look at my character," and then he's like just jumping around in front of Gollux's face, and I can't see anything. I'm like, bro, what is happening? Like, what are you fighting right now?
You're like, what is this game, bro?
Yeah, and then he put down the crystal on the other side, so Gollux like never attacks him. He's just standing there jumping around on one side, like a million arrows flying out. I'm like, dude, what? Like, coming from Lost Ark to that, I was like, what is happening, bro?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think the class is really cool overall, and the visuals. I mean, like you said, all of the. Oh, that's actually a really cool ascent.
Yeah. I noticed it was impressive. So I was like, might as well.
Was that a two-parter, or that was just the whole thing? Like,
It's all one. It just kind of happens in like two waves.
yeah, it was
It's kind of hard to see. It's like you throw some green stuff up, and at the top right is a bow that like shoots arrows down.
Oh, just a magical bow that's just shooting itself.
Yeah.
That's
Not
part
sure
of the
what the
that's part of the lore too, I'm sure. Yeah, it's just this is your homework. Go look up the Wind Archer lore. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I think it's supposed to be it's the job instructor's bow is like how it writes in the description. So I guess she's helping us out. I don't know. I don't really understand it.
It's got a mind of its own. It's one of those.
Yeah, exactly. The new skill in KMS when they revealed it, because they completely changed from the showcase to when like it came out in KMST. It originally was some like green stuff just like going and then had like spikes coming down. It was just like some random skill. And it reminded me of like the first part of this where it's just like green stuff everywhere. Like I don't know what's going on. But they completely changed that, which is cool.
It's just green. It's more like magic than it is like bow themed.
Yeah, it's like no arrows really. It's just green lines.
Yeah. If you could change anything about Wind Archer, like let's say they came to you and they were like, "Yo, you've been playing this class long enough. Make it better." What is there something that you would do, and what would it be?
Yeah, for sure I would change our interaction with cooldown hat because there's not really a CD threshold where it feels good, if that makes sense, because on -4, when you get your mini bursts up, you don't have the skill ready. You still have to wait 7 seconds after using your mini burst to get your tornadoes ready, which is like weird. Okay. Where like your highest part of your mini is 7 to 17 seconds after you use your sequence.
Yeah.
And then even on -5, that to some degree it gets fixed, but then you could throw in an extra one. But you slightly delay your burst when you do throw in an extra one. So then your burst is behind like 2 seconds. And on anything below -4, it has like worse interactions where there's never really a great sweet spot for it. Where I think what it should be is like a 60-second skill that when you press it, it just gives you 4 charges, and then you can use them however you want, like within 30 seconds or something. Just make it like a buff. Whereas that way you're not like CD hat reliant, and like you can be more flexible with it. Whereas like right now it's like you have this weird thing where anytime someone asks for help, I'm like, all right, what CD hat do you have? Okay, this is your, don't use 3 on your mini burst. You choose 1 on your burst instead. Like it gets kind of messy when it feels like it shouldn't be. But yeah, that's probably the thing I'd change because it's kind of annoying, the whole like, because the class is like really simple to play. It's got great survivability, so it's like normally a good mule, but then the cooldown hat always kind of makes it a bit difficult to suggest. So yeah, I would change because like even if they completely rework the skill, -4 would still be good. It wouldn't be needed, but it'd still be good.
Yeah.
But right now at -4 or higher is just like pretty much essential for like any main. So it always feels kind of bad when like you have a player who's maybe like 200 mil CP, 250 mil CP, and they're starting to get Eternals, and then I have to tell them, yeah, your best gain is just getting a -4 on that hat, which is 40 bill, which that might be like 5 weeks of income for that player. And then they could get unlucky too, and it's just like, I don't know, it always feels a bit bad in my opinion, the whole CD hat thing.
Yeah, for sure. Someone was asking earlier about your farming. At what point would you swap from dusk to dawn? Or would you? Would you just like
It's a little bit of a personal preference, honestly.
in like what
you
map you're
could just do
farming and
dusk.
whatever?
Yeah, I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with using dusk. I would say probably to like 20 Janus. Then at that point,
Yeah.
I think it also kind of coincides where you are in the game. Like if you're 20 Janus, you're probably further in the game to where
Mhm.
you're in like Carcion, where it's like most of the maps are kind of made for 20 Janus, where you put down the balls, put down fountain, and you're good.
Yeah.
I guess for Challenger World 4, you also have 20 Janus,
Yeah.
but most of the maps, I feel like early game, you could just kind of put the balls anywhere, they'll be good.
Yeah.
You know, if you need to, you can cover a low part of the map yourself. But it's a bit of personal preference. I never liked Dusk just because it's like sometimes, like I feel like I don't know if it's just RNG or whatever, but like sometimes like the same ones will hit things your arrows were gonna hit, so the
Yeah.
arrows won't hit anything, and then you get like a random straggler.
Yeah.
That's why I never really liked it. Outside of like, or as long as I had the alternative of using the balls, I used the balls because I felt like it's just more consistent.
Mm.
But it's nice to have. I mean, even at level 1, it gets good value.
Yeah.
The class is actually really good at Monster Bark, which is nice because you can essentially fully move while attacking like this, and then all your arrows and chance
Oh,
to
your
pick
arrows
up
just
everything.
kill everything around. Yeah, that's actually sick.
So I do the Teleheart one in like 30 something seconds, like 32 seconds or something like that. So it's
Damn.
actually really nice.
Yeah, that's
Go
sick.
through dailies real quick.
Okay, well, chat, if you guys have any questions for him before we let him go, now would be the time to ask. Do you have any like cool crystal interactions that you maybe want to show off before you go?
I can show the Saren one if you want.
Sure.
Take a little bit to get there, but I'll show it again. Maybe show it in the last one. I think actually Wild Hunter can do this now too. When they got revamped and they get a crystal, I think I heard I've seen Selenik do the same thing. There's one other thing also I can show after this that some classes can kind of do it, but I think it's actually an underrated thing about Wind Archer, which is related to like phasing bosses. If I eventually get to Dawn.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm gonna turn it a little bit.
So yeah, you can turn it down. You don't have to play with that. Someone's asking you use Roar and Risk Taker.
Oh yeah, that's something I could probably mention. So for the most part, yes, you'll use Roar or Risk Taker. Once you get Weapon Jump 5, you can swap to that if you'd like. So one of the reasons we use Risk Taker is that our mini burst is like on the longer side. Where I've kind of mentioned before, your tornadoes and your mini will happen 7 to 17 seconds after your mini burst. So Weapon Jump 4, they'll fall off by the time all your tornadoes are going off.
Yeah.
Your mini. So Risk Taker, you also have it because you keep Risk Taker with the Gale Barrier on. As long as you have Gale Barrier, you'll still have Risk Taker.
Shit.
So for most people, I would suggest that. I think I prefer Weapon Jump 5 or Risk Taker 5 just because also with Destiny Living, you have higher attack, so like the FD difference is like literally the same.
Yeah.
But with Risk Taker 5 and like a cooldown hat, it lasts 40 seconds, and you want to make sure you swap your ring before your burst comes up. So you actually only have like a 2-second window after Risk Taker expires and before you'll delay your burst to ring swap. So it's like sometimes you might miss that window. Just due to like, I don't know, you're focusing on the boss or like there's a transition or something like that. Where sometimes you'll end up cutting your Risk Taker off if it's like a higher level one, or you'll end up delaying your burst a little bit. So
Yeah.
I prefer Weapon Jump once you get to level 5. Until it's level 5 though, for sure use Risk Taker. This changes in, I don't know, a month or whatever when the ring changes anyways. But
Yeah. Hopefully soon. Someone's asking, is Caunt like a viable option or?
not really. The main reason is because of the way our damage works. So we're a class that origins first before anything. So if you origin first, your Caunt goes off when the animation of our origin is like no damage, by the way. So the Caunt's going off while you're doing no damage, and then it falls off when your damage starts going up. And because our damage is largely in like 10-second windows, you're gonna have some part fall off of Kant no matter what.
Yeah.
But you could have even more of it depending on where the Kant proc lands. Because if it starts at the end of it, then it'll get the full 4-second downtime, and then you'll get whatever uptime for the rest of the tornado. So it doesn't really fit with our cooldowns very well. And also with CD Hat, one thing you want to do during a burst is fit in 2 of these vortex spheres because they're 30-second cooldown. You want to fit both of them in Vicious Shot, right? Like one at the beginning, one at the end. But if the first one's off Kant proc, the next one will be with -4 because it's with -4 it's about 24-second cooldown, which is 2 full Kant procs. So it kind of just works out with the damage, doesn't really fit well into Kant, to where I don't really recommend it. And in a BA, just for no second ring is the same damage on a dummy as Kant, which means in real bossing it's going to be higher. So
Yeah.
it's just not really a reason to use it.
If you have nothing else, maybe, but I was gonna say it sounds like with
Yeah,
the way
nothing
that
else, Red Roar,
your
honestly.
tornadoes, like you're already stressing about like lining up these timings of tornadoes and your other buffs and stuff like that. Like to then add in the mix of whether or not your Kant is proccing and how much longer it's lasting. It's like, dude, unless you're Rain Man, like no one's doing that math on the go.
Yeah, like I've tried to time with Kant, and it always just kind of gets iffy where you end up delaying your burst because it's just like you don't want to burst. Like you want to burst with more of Kant, but no matter what, you're getting downtime. But this doesn't really work super well.
It's okay. Soon Kant is just perma. So like
exactly, so you don't have to worry about it.
Honestly, if you're making a Wind Archer now, by the time that you like get to a point where it matters, the change is already here. So you're good.
Yeah, and anyone Challenge World, they already have a rented roar or something. And if you need, you can rent a roar for 100 mil. It's like pretty cheap. So
yeah.
Yeah, I just hope you use roar because it's just easier, right? Like if you're more burst focused, it's easier to play. So yeah, it's not awful, but it's just kind of worse in like realistically any scenario.
Yeah.
So
watching the boss's health melt as well, like while you're standing in your roar, is just so satisfying. Like why would you ever not want that?
Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, we're almost into your fizz. You're out of side frame now. So all you have to do is press the crystal twice as long as the deers are around. So right now they'll attack. Put it on twice. And then they stop attacking.
What happens? What's the second input for?
For whatever reason, I think the condition is just place it twice. So you could like place it, right click the buff, because anytime you right click it, it'll go away. Whenever that happens, it'll work. Because if you just press it once and have like the crystal out, it'll just attack the crystal. But then when you press it again, that's when it just attacks nothing. Then it'll just be doing whatever for.
So it's just cosmetic. It just walks around.
Yep, it's literally, you don't have to worry about it at all.
Is this only in solo, or does this work in party as well?
This is only solo, unfortunately.
Okay.
Only solo.
I mean, that's still crazy though. You literally can just
it makes Xer and solo pretty simple in this class because this is normally with the phase. It's like, oh, I gotta make sure I have really good uptime and stuff. But it's like you just sit here, and because you're Hurricane class, you can walk into the wisp and just pop them like that over and over, where you don't have to.
And like, ducking is so fast too.
Yep. So anytime it turns to you, you can duck real quick.
You're just like, this is why dancing on.
This is why this ability is just so good in this class. You can just play like this. Yeah. Just jump into them real quick, and you're good. You need to use ducks on the right down. You can always pop the wisp really fast too in this boss. So yeah, and this works with all the deer. You can have 3 deer or whatever. As long as you just put the crystal around all of them twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, well, dude, I got no more questions. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll show one more thing.
Okay,
it's good for like min clears because a lot of boss pacing ends up being like, for example, like Limbo Adversary is always like, oh, you get out on that 5th burst around like 21:30.
Yep.
Where sometimes you're in a boss and it's like, you know, so like Adversary or something. And sometimes you're in a boss where it's like it's got 5%. Do I really want to burst? Like, most classes it's like I gotta throw everything. It's like kind of not very ideal. But because most of your damage comes from tornadoes, and because you're gonna use like 1 on either side no matter what, I'll just use like one here, and we'll just phase it real quick. And then you can use the double tornado in the second phase of the boss.
Oh,
So you actually
okay.
don't lose nearly as much as other classes because the more of your burst is pushed to the other side, and
Yeah.
because it's just like a stack-based skill, and you use one stack, you're not behind at all. So like I'm on the same timer, and I'm using my actual like meaningful part of the burst. And if you want, you could swap to like Risk Taker, or if you're using that one in a minute, you could swap to Weapon Jump. So you even have like a second ring you can use
Yeah.
to use that for too. So this is like pretty underrated for like phasing out of bosses where you need to burst out.
Yeah.
And you're not worried about one of those like, can I DPM 2%
Yeah.
without losing my last burst kind of thing? Like you'll be fine because you can just do that and then burst more in the second half, and then you have like pretty good carryover into the next phase.
Yeah.
So it's like a underrated thing because like most classes, it's like always have residuals, whatever that'll be for that class. But like if you're able to do that, you can actually have like most of your bursts in the second part of the phase because all these are just like summons. Like this one follows you. You'll get 2 of these off regardless. Like the only thing you're really losing is like chickens, but everything else you'll get with you.
Yeah. You can't summon the
Your origin
chickens to
follows you.
another room? Like if you phase into another room?
No, the only boss you kind of can is in Jupiter, because you can swap between the rooms. If you put chickens at one and swap the other one, you can resummon it into that one. But
okay.
like Baldrix, for example, if it phases, you'll lose the chickens. But
Yeah.
it's not a big deal soon because they'll be so short after the new extra core, anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like kind of underrated about the class because your origin works with it too. You can have your origin go to the next phase.
Oh yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you can kind of like you won't lose as much as a lot of other classes phasing like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sick. Damn, I think this class needs to be picked up by some more players.
It's weird, like I think because no one makes like real content for it or anything like that, it feels less popular than it is. Because if you look at like charts, it's not like super popular, but it's like 15 or so. It's like
yeah,
it's
like
more
it's
popular than you
really
think.
solid.
Yeah, but I mean, I love playing the class. It's super fun. You know,
Well, hopefully you just
the fortress
spawned in a
has the
whole
charm of
bunch
it.
more Wind Archers for Challenge World 4.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see if we can get them off playing Kana, Hayato, Sia, and all those classes.
I mean, it
Might be a
sounds
bit
like
difficult.
no one wants to play the new class, Lethe or whatever the hell her name is,
Yeah.
in Challenge World 4. So, hey, maybe we see some other KMS classes get resurrected.
Maybe. Surely we'll all be Sia, Arrow, Kana, Hayato.
I mean, by
Lin,
then
surely.
everyone's got a full roster of TMS. Maybe just me. Maybe I'm the only one with a full roster of TMS classes.
Oh
but-
no, I know plenty of people that are on their way. Plenty of people.
Yeah. Not meta chasing, by the way.
It's just more fun.
It was just a
It's really fun.
coincidence. Like I didn't mean for it to happen.
The only thing about Lethe that I don't like is I remember just watching someone do a BM solo, and I watched one of the dogs not hit anything for 30 seconds straight just because like the AI was bad. I was just like, man, like come on, this just sucks. Like it just feels bad when you see that.
Yeah.
The
Just
class looks cool though.
just
but, like,
yelling at your monitor, like hoping that
Yeah.
this AI is just gonna figure it out.
Yeah, just like preying on the AI. Your actual character's doing no damage. It's just like a
Mm-hmm.
like a telling it to hey attack this mob. It's like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool though. The animations look insane, but
Yeah, I agree.
the AI of the summons kind of makes me a bit I'm playing it.
Yeah. Especially with all the like, I don't know. There's a lot of like weird things happening with new boss design that I would just be worried that it would just get broken in so many different places. But it's whatever.
Yeah,
Is what it is. Maybe they take a little page out of Wind Archer's book and they make a lot of the stuff like resummonable that just like makes it start casting automatically again, you know?
Yeah, I mean they should do something like let's make it like a mark, and then they just always hit the thing that's marked
For
no
sure,
matter what.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. But
Yeah,
we'll
fingers
see how
crossed.
that class is.
Fingers crossed. Good luck, Nexon. All right, brother. I will let you go. Thank you so much for reaching out and for doing this again. I really appreciate
no
it.
problem.
I don't know who else would we even get? What other
You
Wind
could
Archer
get,
players
you could
are there?
Lillian Win, maybe. You could Lillian Win. You could get Bree. Those are some Wind Archer streamers. They got you.
Yeah. Yeah, you if you don't want to do it next season, you send them my way. How about that?
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you to find a replacement if you think someone else is worthy.
Yeah, I have a few names in mind, maybe.
All right. All
So
right,
up and
brother.
comings,
Well,
maybe.
yeah, thank you again, man. I really appreciate it. You're the GOAT. Couldn't have made it through the series without you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Yep.
Yeah, later,
Peace.
brother. That's my boy Hurricane. That's my boy. Dude, I feel like it was all said already. That's him in chat, by the way, guys. That guy right there. That guy right there, Mystical. If you ever see him in a Twitch chat after you watch the interview, shout him out. I feel like he said it all at the bro. I feel like he said it all at the end of at the end of that little section there. This class feels very underrepresented. You know what I mean? Nobody out here showcasing crazy Wind Archer gameplay, showing how insane some of its like little nuances and a lot of its like the mobility, the things other than the damage really are, and how helpful they would be for new players and noobs and all the lazy classes, all the lazy players who just want to sit around holding one button or pressing two buttons or whatever. Truly new player top tier class, I think. Like for sure new player top tier class. Boss Mule top tier class. I like genuinely, if I'm making a tier list for new players or for like quick easy boss mules, this one's going in the top S tier for sure. Very, very, very cool. And honestly, if you love it and you want to main it, then sounds like he loves maining it. Maybe you will too. Okay, my friends, Twitch chat, as always, I appreciate you guys so much. I saw a couple subs roll in and some follows, and yeah, I appreciate all the support, especially during the interviews. Yeah, thanks for always being understanding of, you know, maybe I miss your questions or your comments or whatever. But, you know, in cases like today, Mr. Mystical over here gets all 100% of my brain cell singular apostrophe S attention. Hey, with that being said, I hope to see many of you again in the next episode, which will be tomorrow, assuming that I'm not completely dead and hungover from what's about to happen later tonight. For anyone who doesn't know what's happening very soon, I will be attempting Decalos, and there will be alcohol involved. Wish me luck. Twitch chat, you guys are the best. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being supportive and respectful, as always. And YouTube, I love you guys. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Let me know. You're going to let me know anyway, but I'm going to say it. Let me know what class you want to see next. You guys always do. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, gamers. Peace!